We need to talk about what just happened. What just happened on this day. Top Thrill 2. I've just got one thing to say.
But before I say it, we've got a whole day to get through first. Buckle up, Biscuits, because it's about to get real. Let's go!
Morning, Biscuits. I have been snoozing like it's my job. Oh boy, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. It's about 6:30. It's not that bad. I'm going to kick it into high gear. I'm going to get some coffee going. I'm going to get dressed, and I'm going to get out of here. It's raining. Yeah, it's raining. It doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. It doesn't look like it's raining too hard right now, but it's definitely raining with no signs of stopping. So let's get our rain gear together and let's get out of here. I'll see you at some point. Okay. Good morning. We're back. And as you can see, it is gorgeous out. Biscuits, I don't have my microphone on yet, so I apologize for the wind, but we're here. It's raining. I've got my rain boots on. It is windy. Nothing's gonna run this morning. I should go back to the hotel and go to bed, but we're already here. We are already committed, so we're just gonna wait it out. There are already even some people waiting here between the cold, the rain, the wind. Top Thrill 2, definitely not gonna be running. Definitely not going to be running. A lot of things not going to be running. But we're here. 2 hours early. We're waiting it out. Actually, 3 hours early because I think Top Thrill 2 technically doesn't open until 10. So, all right.
7:21 update, Biscuits. It's not looking good. It's really windy. The rain is starting to come down again. I'm dry, but here's what I forgot. I forgot gloves. I needed gloves and I needed a hat. But you know what? We're going to be okay. We'll see how this goes. Again, I'm expecting to wait most of the day. I do have fast lane today, so that was a mistake. We'll talk about that later. But 7:21, we'll see when we get in. Whoopsie, forgot to mention morale is still high. Morale is still high. We are going to get on TT2 at some point today. It's going to happen. I know that. It could just be a while. Or not at all. So it is about 8:30 a.m. Some team members are getting set in place over at the gate, which is always a good sign. What's not a good sign, there's nothing testing, there's nothing running. It's very cold. It somehow went from, I think, 51 to 49. Rain is supposed to start in the next 20 to 25 minutes, and it is windy. Very, very windy. And nothing is testing. But morale is still high. Hopefully we're in soon. Stay tuned.
None of that, no. Alex, if you were at the accident yesterday, you will be standing in line.
We made it into the Top Thrill queue. However, I made a huge whoopsie daisy. Hold that thought. They're actually testing Top Thrill 2. Yeah, it's going very slow. Something tells me they're doing something kind of like a warm-up run maybe, but it's not going to be running. Valraven is running. So long story short, I made a big whoopsie daisy. I have a Knott's Prestige Pass, and I am so conditioned to think that it's universal everywhere. And with the research that I did, and I even spent too much time trying to research this last night, I could have sworn that the Prestige Pass was universal to Cedar Fair parks. It is not, so I have to do that add-on park. I don't know, all park access, I believe that's what it's called, which is just like so frustrating. But we made it in, we're not too far back in the line, and if it opens, we'll be okay. I'm thinking that we're gonna get a rollback. Let's see if it happens. Let's see if it makes it. Potential rollback incoming. Tree shot. Let's see. Nope, no chance. And this right here is why I'm devastated. Because if I was at the front of the line and I was able to make it on the front train, that could potentially be me if they do open on time. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Second test run now, the black train. Let's see if the black train also rolls back. And this is why I wanted to be on one of the first couple trains, because it's probably gonna roll back. It's okay. It is what it is. It happens. It's gonna be fine. As long as we get on, it's all good. One of the best parts about being here this early is the group camaraderie when it comes to watching whether or not the trains are gonna make it over the top hat. So far, except for this last train that just launched, every train has rolled back. One of the trains even rolled back twice. But to get to hear the cheers, the moans, and the groans, yes, it's launching again! It is incredible. Biscuits, it's almost 11 a.m. Yeah. Still in line. People are dropping like crazy, which was to be expected. We've actually been moving forward. And it has only gotten rainier. It has gotten windier. I'm only getting wetter. You know, I'm relatively dry for the most part, but the back of my legs have been getting so wet that it is now wrapping around to the front. But silver lining, I am pretty sure, I'm going to say 96% sure that my feet are still dry and they're still warm. So that is this is doing it. This is winning. This is going to get me through the summer, especially when I go down to Florida. Morale's going to be at a moderate, I'm going to be honest. It could definitely be higher. It could absolutely be lower. But at this point, we are in it to win it. We have been at this gate since before 7 a.m. and we are going to wait it out. I hope. And the plan for today has changed to let's see how many rides we can get on, to let's get on top, throw 2 and leave, and go back to bed. Oh, and then eat and have some coffee. Stay tuned. 11:30 still here. Just checking in, just saying hi. Oh, wait, is it testing? Oh my gosh, I thought I heard it testing. I was like, is it testing? Still here, hi. Morale dropping low. Yeah. We're below moderate for sure. The wetness is starting to, I think, seep into the boots. I can't tell if my feet are wet. They might also be completely numb because of how cold it has gotten. So it's going well. We're still in it to win it. We're not there yet. A lot of people are no longer in it to win it. I am not one of those people yet, but I could become one of those people soon. But we're here, and we're just going to do it. So it's going well. Stay tuned, as per usual. I have been in line long enough to make my way pretty much to the front of the line. It's about 12:30. And, you know, I'm looking around and I'm looking at a lot of the people. Like, okay, first of all, I just don't think people check the weather anymore when they leave. I mean, I used to be like that, so I get it. But I mean, I'm seeing people, they're out here at 49 degrees and rain, cold rain, in shorts and t-shirt. It's wild. Like, I love that. Like, we got some real heroes out here, but I mean, I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I am so, like, even in the a million layers I'm wearing, I'm still freezing my patootie off. So, look, props to you, mama, because it is wild out here today. Anyway, still in line. That's all I wanted to say. The weather probably isn't going to be clearing until about 3, if it decides to clear at all. And then I'm hearing that tomorrow's supposed to be even worse. So, hi, yeah, 1 p.m. still here. It's mental. Yeah, at this point it's mental. Between the shivering and the cold and just the constant state of wet, I now understand how George Clooney felt in The Perfect Storm. And right now, morale we're starting to get pretty low. You know how, like, it goes in a color scale? Like, there's red for, like, being, like, really, really low, like, bottomed out. And then green is like, yay, we're slaying! Yeah, we're probably about orange. Right now, we're about orange. So we're going to wait a little bit longer to see if we make it into the red, or if perhaps maybe we go back up to yellow. We still have about 2 hours until the rain even thinks about having a break, but it keeps pushing back out, so chances are she's just going to want to keep falling. But we're just going to have to wait it out and see. But for now, morale, orange, very wet, very cold, but it's going to be worth it. And it's gonna be worth it. Biscuits coming up at 2 p.m. I can't feel my feet. Yeah, it's official. They're gone. I mean, they're here. They're still present. They are still in the park, but I physically don't know unless I look down. I was hitting them against each other just to make sure that one of them still had a personality somewhere and none of them have anything. And I feel that. I get that. But here's the thing. You know, you only live once, as they say. You know, when else am I ever going to have an opportunity to get to do something like this? Stand in... Oh. Ooh. We got faked out. And I see a maintenance team that's going to be under the track right now. Now! Just when you thought it was lightening up a little bit, maintenance team under the track, maybe that's a good sign. I don't know. But then also, I realized that with my pass, I do have a one skip the line. I don't know where I can use that, but I do also have that. Yeah, maintenance is doing maintenance-like things at the moment. You hate to see it. You really hate to see it. Well, anyway, again, 2 p.m. still here. Stay tuned. Are you still here? Are you still watching? If you are, thank you so much. Hi, yeah, about 3:10. And still here. Still here. We are just trying to do our best. We're just trying to do our best. It somehow continues to feel like it's getting colder. And then the rain, it likes to lighten up, and the sky likes to get a little bit lighter. You think that you're getting a little peeky poo of the sun coming through the clouds. And then she pulls an Uno reverse cards, goes, not today. So it's going well. But everybody in front of me, they're in it to win it. That is in turn helping me be in it to win it. I think it. But here's also the thing. I know that if I leave the line, the line, I don't even know, where am I? Who am I? I know that if I leave, that is when the skies are going to not open up. What are they going to do? That's when they're going to clear up. My goodness. And the rain is going to slow down, and they're going to open the ride when I'm not here. So you know what? We are in it to win it. At this point, we've already been in line for, I can't do math, don't make me count. We're staying. We're going to do it. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts, okay? We not gonna get on, y'all.
Of course, this is where I forgot to turn my mic back on. I'm sorry! I'm going to type it out so you can see it on the screen. Bear with me.
The red zone to we're going back up towards yellow. We're still orange, but morale is starting to go up a little bit. There's a blue track on the track. Hopefully it's going to launch it, and then hopefully we can get on and I can get out of here. Testing is starting. This is why I didn't leave. And while you can see the crowd over here, we will know immediately if it makes it over or not by the reaction of the crowd. Stay tuned. All it took was a couple test runs for this to happen.
Oh yeah, no, I got to the car like texting people, even like a half hour after I got back. Yeah. I was like, I'm
Just had to do a ride stop. Hopefully it's a part of the testing process and we're getting close. I think it's after 4 at this point. I don't really know. I haven't looked. I'm not sure. The sound effects are on. There is a tester on right now. He's covering his face because it hurts so bad, but it's starting to rain again, so I'm getting a little bit concerned. But there's a rider on the track. This is the last step. Hopefully it's going to be open here really, really soon. It's 4:12. It's about 4:30. They open. I got to put you on the locker. Here we go. Let's go. We did it. Y'all, it's a little after 6 p.m. Yeah. Some things happened. It is a little after 6 p.m. Yeah, we got in the line at 4:35. I have so much to say, but y'all, I can't feel my hands, my feet, my face, nothing. I have so much to say about Top Thrill 2. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to show you how busy it is over here and how long the line is, because also to that, wow. And then I will see you all when we get back to the hotel. See you at the hotel. So this is going to be the pathway that you access to grab your things out of the locker. Again, you are not allowed to bring anything in line with you. There is a metal detector that you do have to go through, and then this is the pathway that you will use to get back. Here is going to be the back of the queue. Yeah, kind of, sort of, not really. And then this, they just asked if I'm a YouTuber. Not yet, Darius, but we're working on it. And then, you know what? Honestly, right now, the back of the standby queue is right here. It's not too bad. But what is bad and what's going to make this line even longer is the fast lane. Because my goodness. Oh, you know what? It looks like, okay, see, here's what they're doing differently. Okay, so they changed their plan of attack here. Before, they were having everybody get into the main queue to go for the lockers, but now they're distinguishing. So now they're taking the fast lane. If you don't have any belongings, they're taking you to the fast lane side. If you do, then they're taking you to the lockers. So that is a change from how it was this morning, and then even when it just opened, you can, it looks like for now, I'm going to have to confirm it, get into the fast lane line, not this main queue, and they will separate whether you have to go to the lockers or you can go right into the queue. Right now, fast lane is even 60 minutes long, while the standby is double that at 120. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, I think Millennium Force opened. So again, while this is the standby, this is going to be the entirety of the fast lane. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, in recent years, the fast lane at Cedar Point has gotten bonkers. Now look, this has been down all day. All of these people purchased Fastlane today, and they obviously want to use it, but this is wild. And even the last year that I was here that I had Fastlane, even like for Maverick, the Fastlane line was outside of the queue, and you're waiting upwards of 20 to 30 minutes with your Fastlane. So just keep that in mind, that if you're going to pay the extra money for Fastlane and you're coming this summer when it's going to be really, really busy, brace yourself to have to wait in line and to have it not be the fastest lane that you are hoping for. Thank you. I really needed to get that out because it has been a very, very long day. Top Thrill 2. What? Y'all, we gotta talk. Okay, look, get comfortable because this is gonna be one long run-on sentence. Do you have a drinky poo? Do you have a snack? Do you have something? Just get comfortable, okay? Because we're gonna be here for a second. Because we gotta talk. Today's been a day. It started at 6 o'clock. My first alarm started going off at 6 o'clock this morning. I left the hotel around 6:40. I got to the park gate at 7 a.m. They opened up for early entry a little before 9. I have been waiting in line for Top Thrill 2 since, let's call it 7 o'clock this morning, and they opened at 4:30. A little before 4:30. Again, the rain, the wind, the elements, nothing they can do about that. They opened. And then I forgot because I could not bring my phone in to the queue. So there's this whole chunk of space that you didn't even get to see, but I'm going to tell you about it right now. First thing I want to address, the lockers. Y'all, do yourself a decent. If you're going to be coming to Cedar Point to ride Top Thrill 2, put your belongings in a different locker. Because if you are towards the back of the line or towards the back of the fast lane, the locker situation, they are doing the best that they can, but there are only 5 little kiosks that allow you to do the thing and get the code and get the locker. It is a process. It is a process. Do yourself the decent, save the time, get a locker somewhere else, put your belongings in it, pay the $2 if you can, $3, whatever it is, and just be done with it because it is going to save you time and hassle, and that is going to be very good for the rest of your day. I promise you. It is nowhere near as efficient
as Steel Vengeance's system, it's not that. So do yourself a decent and get the locker ahead of time. Okay, got that off of my chest. Time for a sip. And I got to switch my hands because my arm is getting tired. All right. Okay, I think I can do this, and my hand is not in the way. It's going so well, professional. Top thrill 2. Got into line a little after 4:30 after I got all of my belongings into the locker. The first public train went out, rollback. Not only did they get one rollback, they got 2, and they almost got a 3rd. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be on that first train so badly. One of my last rides ever on Dragster was in October. It was the first ride of the day. I was with my friend Chris. We were in the front row. Rollback. They manualed the train out of the station. They didn't even bring, because they used to stack the trains, they didn't even bring the second train out of the station because they knew. They totally knew. And after the second rollback happened, they had already loaded the train, the second train. They had everybody get off the train and go back into the station. Immediately knew what was coming. Immediately knew. On the 3rd attempt, the train cleared the top hat. Immediately after that, the ride went down. That was not a surprise. Not a surprise. Knew it was coming. But here's the thing. It wasn't like down. Like it wasn't like the ride is inoperable. This is where I wish that I just could shadow or be mentored or talk to and ask questions to the people that know, because watching the orchestration of everything was so fascinating. Listening to the calls from within the station, and they just kept the ride cycling. They kept the ride cycling, and obviously, if I had to guess, they're trying to warm they're trying to warm her up. They're trying to get her going. And then incrementally, bit by bit by bit, what started off as barely cresting over the top hat, things started to progress and pick up speed. But here's the thing. Even when they let us into the ride, it was still kind of like, kind of getting over. But like you could tell, once you throw a bunch of weight into the train, like the circumstances change, especially when it's rainy, when it's windy, etc. So they were battling a lot of elements. So I give the team mad props for even getting the ride up and running today, given the elements. That is just so much appreciated. That was so much appreciated. Unbelievable. Okay. The ride comes back up. And I was like, you know what? The weather is clearing. The rain isn't as bad. It stopped raining altogether. I was originally going to try to go towards the back row. I decided to go for the front. I was like, part of me feels like the back row, I know it's going to be the better ride, and I didn't want to knock that off first. I'm so glad I went in the front first. The front row is unbelievable. It is unreal. So first of all, you get out onto the launch. I like the new launch system. I like the music, how it plays as you're getting ready to go to the starting line. And then that first launch is like very, it was a little punchier than I thought it was going to be, but it's very easy peasy. It's like a nice amuse-bouche. It's like a nice little warm up. It's an appetizer, if you will. And then you kind of go up, and then as you're cresting back down the top hat, there's a couple seconds where it's kind of like, oh, well, this is very pleasant. This is nice. Okay. And then before you know it, you are being hurled. The launch kicks in, and from that point on, oh my God. The forces that you felt, even in the front row, going up that backward spike at 101 miles an hour, 400 feet tall, were mind-blowing. That feeling that you get in your stomach, tenfold. The hang time that you get in the air, the view that you get at the bottom, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And then you're falling back down to the earth. You're probably hitting up to about 100 miles an hour again, or somewhere close to that. You wouldn't think, okay, we've got 20 more miles an hour to go. It's not going to really be that drastic. You feel all of it. That 20 miles an hour, you feel every bit of it. My goodness, you are plastered to the seat, the wind in your face and your hair, not my hair, but somebody else's hair, the way that you ascend, the top hat. You don't really get much airtime at all going over the top right now, but it's still, the view at the top is beautiful, even on a dreary, cold, rainy day. And then going... This ride is unbelievable. My biggest concern with this ride is that I was going into it kind of like I did today, knowing that I was going to miss Top Thrill Dragster, that a hydraulic launch, going from 0 to 120 in 4 seconds. There are few experiences like that in the world. Few experiences. And I was like, there is no way this triple launch is going to live up to that. It lives up to that. Not everybody's going to agree with that. Not everybody's going to agree. But I am completely blown away. This ride, I'm going to have to ride it a few more times. This is easily one of my favorite roller coasters that I've ever been on. I have a pretty lengthy credit list. Please don't make me do math. Please don't make me count them. But I have a very lengthy credit list. And for this, after one ride in not great conditions, for it to be running the way that it is and for me to feel the way I do about it right now, after one ride in the cold and the rain, I can only imagine how much better it's going to get when the weather is drastically different. Bravo, Cedar Point. Bravo for not only leaving such an iconic roller coaster that means so much to so many people, but transforming it in a way that is something truly unique and incredible and special. And the fact that we still get to have this as an icon of not only Cedar Point, but an icon of coasters throughout the world is truly unique, unbelievable, incredible, and special. So y'all, get here to Cedar Point. Get here to Cedar Point, not when like the weather is this bad, like come at a different time, but get here and get on this ride because it is the ride of a lifetime. I know that's a little deep. I know that might be a little bit aggressive to some, but for me, that's genuinely how I feel. It is unbelievable. Oh, also, keep in mind, if you have fast lane, I was going to say something about the fast lane. What was I going to say? Can't remember. Like just because you have the fast lane, it's not always a fast lane. Sometimes it's just a faster lane that is still slow. So just keep that in mind. But biscuits, that is going to do it for day one. I'm going to be awake between the coffee and between the adrenaline, my heart and my mind and my everything. I'm just like racing. I'm all over the place. I feel like I could go run a marathon. I feel like I could go run a marathon right now, which after the day that it's been, I don't even know how that's possible, but it's possible. I might have to go find a treadmill or something because I'm not going outside anymore. Anyway, who's coming to Cedar Point this year? Who's ready for Top Thrill 2? Did you get to go on it last year? Have you been on it already? Please let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to be here for 2 more days, and there's going to be more to accompany that around the park, so stay tuned and look forward to that. But please, 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 if you haven't already, please hit that subscription button, turn on those notifications so every time I post something, you are notified right away so you can come and slay with me. And as always, I'm Jerendelle, but I get this wrong every video you watch. I get this wrong. Everyone. As always, I'm Jeremy, but you can call me Jerendelle. And as always, I will see you at the parks. Bye.